In this video, we're going to look at segmenting by last purchase date. When we can segment our customer database based on someone's most recent purchase, it unlocks an entire world of automation potential. This information can be used to plan promotions, automatically switch paths, or simply enhance an existing report for a deeper layer of insight. This type of segmentation cannot be performed retroactively, so the sooner business implements what we build in this video, the sooner they begin building their lake of data. So specifically, we're going to look at which tracking tags we need, the automation model, and then the timer structure within that model and getting that set up. So we are assuming a couple of things going into this video. First thing we're assuming is that you've got the shopping cart configured or a live order form, since this is going to be tracking based on purchase. The other thing we're assuming is that you've created the purchase segmentation tags. So we've created a tag for when they've bought within 30 days, 30 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to a year, and over a year. And those will be the buckets that we're going to be tracking people across. Of course, you can make as many tags as you want. You could do one, for every month and do 12 different tags. But this will give you a general idea of purchases in the month, in the quarter, past year, and over a year. So assuming that we've got these tags set up, we can go ahead and actually build our model here. So this is a very simple structure here. We're going to grab out a purchase goal and call it any purchase. And then our sequence here is the reset last purchase timer. And then we're going to have another purchase goal at the end, which is another purchase. So we're going to configure these two goals first and then look at the actual sequence here. So both of these are actually configured for the same thing, which is any purchase. Same thing with this goal here at the end. The other thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and change this goal to be an entry point as well. And this way it ensures that this is always going to be a looping structure every single time. So now let's go and look at the actual sequence itself. So we're going to start by grabbing two tag steps. One is going to be applying tags and one is going to be removing. So we're going to start by applying the last purchased within 30 days tag immediately, because that's the first bucket that they would go into. And then for this one, we're going to have it remove any of the other tags, because of course, if they have made a purchase, we should basically reset this. So now it doesn't matter if somebody bought, a quarter ago, 5 years ago, whatever the case is, this is going to go ahead and properly reset their tags. So they will only have one last purchase tag. So now we're going to go ahead and grab a new start timer and a delay timer, and we're going to go ahead and double click this and configure it for 30 days and run on any day. And the time doesn't necessarily matter. I'm going to recommend doing it in the middle of the night, and then this way it's not going to run the automation during peak business hours where you may not want things to possibly slow down. Because if you have a lot of people waiting here and it happens all at once, it could cause some things to slow down. So we'll do it in the middle of the night since it's an operational thing. So from here, we're going to be swapping the tags out. So just like last time, we're going to grab two tag steps, and on the first one, we're going to have it remove the 30 days tag. And then we're going to have the next one apply the next bucket, which is within 30 to 90 days. So basically, they're going to be tagged with purchased in the last 30 days for 30 days. And then that will be removed, and we will apply the 30 to 90 day tag. So that means they've purchased within the past quarter. So now we're just going to go ahead and kind of duplicate this for the rest of the structure here. Now, what you may want to do to make things a little easier, just to understand, is you might want to leave some notes here, just for yourself, because when you're visually building this out, it can get a bit hairy, as you'll see. Okay, and to save myself some time, I'm going to go ahead and just make a duplicate of this. I'll make some adjustments here. So this next one is at 90 days. So at 90 days, we're going to remove the 90-day tag, and then we will apply the 90 to 180 tag. So that basically means they've bought within the past half year. And this should say 90 days, pardon me. Alright, and we're going to do this 2 more times because we have one at 180 days. So again, we're going to remove the existing 90 to 180 days that's on here, and then we're going to apply the 180 days to a year. So this basically means they bought within the past year. And then the last layer will be that they've purchased longer than a year ago. So for each bucket, you're going to have one of these structures here. And now you can see why I was recommending leaving notes, because again, this will be pretty hairy if you don't know exactly what this is doing and you don't have to click into each and every single one of them. So you could also, in theory, build this in a single chain if you wanted to. I chose the structure because it's just, again, easier to visually understand what's going on here. The full year, wait 12 months. We are going to remove the second half of the year, or the last year's tag, and then put them in the final bucket, which is a purchase over a year ago. And at this point, we can mark the sequence as ready, and we can publish it. So the first time someone makes a purchase, they are tagged with the first purchase segment. And then these tags are going to swap themselves out as time passes. If they make another purchase, the second purchase goal will pull them out of the sequence, and then the first purchase goal will put them back into the sequence. And when this happens, any previously applied tags will be removed, and the first purchase segment tag is reapplied. And to ensure this always happens, we made sure to set that second purchase goal as an entry point. Now this timer is tracking any purchase, but we can easily modify this model to time specific product purchases and repurchases. So if there's a specific product that you want to be tracking the time on, you can change these to be specific goals. You can create a richer and deeper experience that way. Now the magic of this recipe lies in the fact that we can sandwich a sequence between two of the same goal, and this creates a looping effect. We also have the ability to create looping effect with lead score goals, opportunity stage move goals, tag goals, as well as API goals. So for example, if we wanted to create a timer based on a user logging into an app, the model would look something like this. We'd have any login, and then the next login. And we would want to make sure that the call name is the same in both cases. So that way, it's the same function when it'll have the same function as when it's a purchase goal here. In the next video, we're going to look at building a new customer welcome.